Are you guys ready for a fun little side quest? Because I am, and I've been saving these bottles for freaking months now for something really cool that I thought of a long time ago, and I'm finally doing it. So, to start with, we gotta soak all the damn labels off those bottles because we just want the class. We don't want all that bullshit that comes with it. So, I filled up this taupe with some soapy water and um, just dunked them right in there and started peeling and soaking and stuff. And when I first did this, I was using a sponge, like the scrubby side on a sponge, and boy, was my hands swollen when I was done. I only did like 3 or 4 bottles. I came up with a much better way to do this. If you're doing this, don't use a fucking sponge. This was mad stupid, but I did figure out a way to get it all off without it being this much work. So it's fine now. You live and you learn, you kind of do dumb things and then you realize that you can work smarter, not harder. So after all of that was finished, I set up this table and I got some wax paper and covered it all over the table, or at least all over half the table where I'm going to be using it. Um, this really didn't do much, except rip underneath everything that I was doing. So I do not recommend. Anyway, so I'm going to use this air dry clay. I got this 10-pound box for $15, y'all. Okay, that's a fucking deal. I don't care who you are. That's 10 pounds of clay right there. Anyway, so I started scrolling through looking for some references because we're gonna make fairy house little mini vases. We fucking recycle in this house, so we're gonna use some cute ass old bottles. These are actually like Coors bottles. I'm not sponsored, but I do like their beer, and these bottles are adorable. So I was saving them because I knew I was gonna need them for something. Didn't know what, but apparently it's fairy houses. Um, Now, I did have a major fail the first time I tried to use this clay on a wine bottle, but I did figure out what I did wrong and I fixed that. I am not a sculptor, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you because I could still very well be wrong because I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Okay, my sculpting experience comes from playing with non dry clay when I was a kid. Okay, and so this is a pretty big step up from that, I would say, from making little fucking figurines and shit with my sister. Anyway, I'm really, really, really excited about this because I'm actually going to try to open up some booths and stuff like that, like in flea markets and some different shops around my area and stuff, so that I can sell things in person because I feel like that'd be a lot easier than trying to sell it on Etsy. I don't know. Um, but I'm gonna try to make as many of these as I can. That way I have a whole plethora of little knickknacks that I can sell at the market in my little booth and stuff. So not only will I have my original paintings and of course my prints available, I will also have these. So stay tuned for when that happens because it's gonna be a little minute. But I am super excited and trust me, I will be posting all over the place about this because I want people to come out and also I just want to I'm excited. I have some really 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 big plans for this year and this is just a stepping stone, okay? Like I just wanted to start this project because it's very time consuming and like I said I want to make as many as I can before it fully warms up and I start looking into written booths and stuff because I want to have plenty of inventory to sell. Now, the wine bottles and stuff, I have a different idea for those, so you'll have to stay tuned for what I plan on doing with that. I'm going to have to play around with that idea a little bit more than I was originally hoping, but we're going to figure it out though, because those ain't going to waste either, okay? Because I've been saving them for months, like I said. We recycle and they will get used. There's no point in throwing away a perfectly functional glass bottle just because you drank all the shit that was in it. Anyway, I did little stones. How cute is that? You can even see the little stony texture and everything. Like, this stuff honestly turned out so cute. And I have way more plans of more stuff to do with way more than just these mini bases. I don't want to spoil everything yet, but just know that there's some pretty cool shit that's gonna be made up in the studio, okay? Because I'm freaking stoked. All right, so now here I am adding some little vines and stuff because it's a fairy house, so it's got to have some kind of plant on it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't add any leaves because I haven't really gotten that far yet in my sculpting skills. And the more I practice, the better I'll get. So we'll just one step at a time here, guys. Okay? They're still vines. It still counts. Not all vines have leaves. Okay? I didn't say it was vines of ivy. Anyway, but no, this is a really fun experience. It's freaking messy and wonderful, and it's basically just like painting, but this way I get to build it, and it's not, I don't have to add the dimension because it's already three-dimensional, you know? I don't know. I just like doing a lot of different kinds of art things. But here is how she turned out before she dried. Super cute. Look at the little window. Oh my god, I love it. And how cute that little wood door is. But I fixed one of the mistakes I made and I wet some paper towels and put it around it so that it would dry a little slower and not crack everywhere. And then after it dried overnight, I went back in and sealed it up really, really good with some Mod Podge. I also basically used the Mod Podge as like grout between the freaking stone tiles. And you know what? It worked, okay? And that shit is not going anywhere. It will not come off. So, goal fucking achieved, okay? So, stay tuned for part 2 when I paint it and start working on the next one because it's going to be different.